Hi guys, I'm Sarika and welcome back to Your Knowledge Buddy. So today I'm going to make a video about comparing UK versus Canada, and I have invited a special guest. So Shafuli Kapoor, she is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant who is going to give me more insights about Canada, and I'm going to give input about UK and where we will be comparing both the countries. So let's welcome Shafuli. Hi, Shafali. Welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy, and thank you for giving your time on Sunday.
Thank you so much, Sarika, for having me on your show.
Okay, so Shafali, I have prepared few common questions which is generally asked by all the students and also people who want to migrate from India to Canada. And people had been asking me to compare UK versus Canada, and hence I thought you are the best person to bring here on this channel and my video so that we can talk about it, UK and Canada together, and compare it. So I'm going to start with first question. Are you ready for it?
Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. So the first question that I have today is, how can people from India find work or settle in Canada?
So there are various ways of finding work in Canada. You could either look for your existing employer that you're working with to transfer you to Canada, which in a program called an intra-company transfer. That's the easiest and the fastest way of coming to Canada. The other way of coming to Canada is, you can try and apply for jobs on Job Bank, which is a Canadian government website. You can apply on that website. You can apply on Indeed. You can network with people. But what you shouldn't ever do is pay money for a job in Canada. I know that this is an overabuse system. There are people who've been paying for jobs, and that's not legal, because eventually when you come to Canada and you've actually paid for a job, it's not going to take you anywhere. So my recommendation is never pay. If there's somebody who's telling you to pay for a job, you need to pack your bags and run. But otherwise, applying directly by networking, LinkedIn, Job Bank, asking your company to transfer you directly through an intra-company transfer are your ways to find a job in Canada.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to tell in one-liner about UK. It's very much similar to what you are explaining. For UK market, guys, if you are trying to find a job, the easiest way is LinkedIn, and there are other famous job sites like Indeed, Monster, CV Library. So those are the common job sites where you can apply a job. And also, you shouldn't be paying anyone any money for a job. In UK, company will never ask, or the agents will never ask for any money for the job.
Right.
Thank you. So I'm now moving to the next question. So second question is, how long does it take to settle or get permanent residency in Canada?
Well, it really depends on the program that you're applying to. As we speak, there are almost 40 to 50 programs across Canada through which one can immigrate to Canada and get permanent residence. I mean, every program has a different timeline. If you're coming through spousal sponsorship, it's about 6 to 8 months. During COVID, obviously, the time was much longer. If you're applying to one of the economic programs, such as Express Entry or the provincial nominee programs, again, the timelines could be shorter, but due to COVID, the timelines have been really long. So I'm not going to give a number, like number of months. I'm not going to quantify the timelines because with COVID, everything is messed up. But again, the timelines vary from program to program. And I'd say anywhere from 6 months to about 18 months to finally get permanent residence and move to Canada.
So how long do they need to stay on a visa to get a permanent residency?
So you can directly immigrate to Canada as a permanent resident, or you can come here to study. And if you're studying, then obviously you first study, complete your study, then you get a work permit, you work, and then apply for a permanent residence. Or you can, come here as a worker, work here for a year, and then apply for permanent residence. So again, different programs, different requirements, different criteria.
Okay, so for UK, the easiest way is you can get a skilled visa, and if you stay on a skilled visa for 5 years, you can apply for ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, and after 1 year, you can apply for a British passport. But students who are coming on student visa, you can come here to study, and then the UK government will be giving you PSW, which is post-study work permit, but you need to find a sponsored jobs here, and legally you need to be in this country for another 5 years on a skilled visa to settle in the UK. So thank you very much for that answer. So the next question which I have is, so there are a lot of people who are asking me, what are the skills and profession in demand in Canada?
So again, this is also a very subjective question. IT is a booming industry in Canada, especially certain parts of the country, especially Ontario as a province. We've seen a boom in some Atlantic provinces in the IT sector. Of course, British Columbia is booming in the IT sector. So IT definitely is in demand everywhere. But other than that, there's also a lot of demand for low-skilled and semi-skilled jobs in Canada, because we know that the population in Canada is not large. I mean, most of the population is concentrated in bigger urban cities. In smaller towns, in smaller provinces, smaller towns, the population is not very big. So as a result, there's dearth of people to actually perform those jobs. And that's why Canada is so big on immigration, and they want people in every single industry to come to Canada and work and contribute to the Canadian economy.
Right. Okay. So now UK is very different in this. So for UK, most of the jobs which are listed in shortage occupation list, people get a sponsorship. So of course, people like in IT, of course, they are in demand. There are a lot of jobs in any engineering field. So if you guys are from any engineering, you have a high chance to get a visa sponsorship jobs. Doctors and nurses, and of course, those are the common jobs where it's easy to get a visa sponsorship. However, unskilled jobs, it's very, very difficult to find any sponsorship, because now UK is following point-based system from 1st Jan 2021. So it's very difficult to get 70 points. So with unskilled jobs, I have not seen so far anyone getting 70 points. So it's not possible for people to find unskilled jobs. So now my next question is, what are the benefits of permanent residency in Canada?
So there are lots and lots of benefits. Canada in general is an absolutely amazing country. I myself have been living in this country for almost 12 years now. And no matter how much I love India, independent stay together, our country is great. But I mean, obviously, the quality of life is unbeatable. Yes, we have to work very hard. We have to slog ourselves. We do everything from scratch ourselves. But at the same time, the rewards that we get at the end of that hard work are unparalleled. The benefits, if I talk, are free education for your children up to grade 12. Of course, even for university education, the fees are not as high as an international student would pay if they were coming to Canada or the US or the UK to study. Of course, you get health benefits. Again, not the best thing. I mean, we sometimes as Canadians, we are not very happy with the health benefits that we get, because it's all government regulated. The system is very slow, like to get appointments and everything. But at the same time, everything is 100% free. We just go to the doctor and we give our health card and we get the treatment. So health benefits, of course, lots of mortgages, financial benefits, tax credits. And definitely, I mean, I think on top of all of this is the quality of life that we get in Canada. Unbeatable.
Yeah, so if I compare with UK, I think we are almost on the same page, because we also get the health benefit, and there is child benefit, there's a social benefit like pension systems, contribution to pension systems, and also other benefits like if you buy a property, you can buy with just 5% deposit loan from the government. So those are the additional benefit. And once you get a British passport, you can travel to 187 countries without a visa.
And that's the same for Canada as well.
Yeah, so on that page, I believe we are almost the same.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so the next question, people are always worried about money and the cost of living. So from your experience of 10 years in Canada, can you just give me a roughly, what is the average cost of living?
Again, it's a very subjective question. Everybody's lifestyle is different. Their way of spending is different. But I would say it depends from family to family and person to person. If you come here as a student, obviously your costs are much lower. You can live on sharing basis. If you're coming as a family, again, you can, probably in the beginning, curtail your expenditures, make sure that, you're working on a tight budget. But then eventually, as you settle down in the country, and as you start growing your family, your expenses increase, your lifestyle changes once you become a part of the system. Now, if I have to quantify, I'd say, keeping in mind that there's inflation costs as well year on year, I'd say $200 to $2,500 a month should be enough, but then that's going really tight, living in a smaller place, sometimes even sharing, then your grocery, your utility bills. If you're purchasing a car, then of course that. So I'd say 2,000 to 2,500 is okay. You can manage. Life can be, you can live a decent life, but then of course everybody has their own lifestyle.
Yeah. Okay. So again, in UK, I think it's very much similar to what you were explaining. So first of all, I've already made a very detailed video for my audience. They can watch the detailed video of what can be the cost of living in one-liner. If you're coming as a student if you're in central London, say your cost would be say 600 to 800 if you're on a sharing basis. And if you're outskirts of London, maybe 400 to 800. And as a couple, if you're taking like one studio or a one-bedroom flat, it might be from £800 to £1,000. And if you're outskirts of London, it will be within £1,000. Okay, so now my last question to you would be, can dependents work in Canada, and how easy is it to find a job on dependent visa?
Dependents can absolutely work in Canada, whether it's a dependent of a student or it's a dependent of a worker. Absolutely can come to work in Canada. About finding job, I don't think so it's any different for a worker or a student to find job. It's all about perseverance. When you come to a new country, you have to be prepared for that major shift in your life, settling down in a new country with no support system. You have to come with an open mind that it might be many years of hard work. You have to be open to taking up any job, because obviously you will have bills to pay from day one of coming into Canada. So it's just about perseverance. Finding job is not difficult, but yes, if you're looking to come here, if let's assume you're a general manager of a company and you come here and you think you're going to get into that same position that on the first day of arrival to Canada, no, that's not going to happen. You have to be realistic. You might have to initially start from an entry-level job, maybe 2 steps higher, but yes, finding job, in the 12 years that I've lived in this country, I have not come across one person who said I couldn't get successful in Canada. If you're determined, if you work hard, if you persevere, you will eventually get success. And you just have to be determined and focused.
Okay, awesome. So in UK as well, so dependents can work. So as of what I have understood, it's only in US where few of the dependents can't work. I don't remember the different visa categories, but other than that, in almost all the countries, dependents can work. So this is one of the questions which is concerning a lot of people: can dependents work or not? So second question, which is about how easy it is to get job as dependent. So in UK market, if you don't need a visa sponsorship, there are plenty of jobs. So you guys don't need to worry. You can find a lot of jobs. You can go to your local supermarket or any supermarket, or through your friends networking. There are plenty of jobs for you. So you will be never without a job if you really want to work in the UK.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
We just have to be willing to work.
Yes, exactly. So Shafoli, thank you very much for being part of the show, and thank you for doing a comparison video. To my audience, I just want to let you know, Shafoli is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. If you are planning to move to Canada, you can take her service. I'm going to leave her details in my video description. You may contact her. If there are any more questions, you can also connect with her on Instagram as well.
Thank you so much, Sarika.
Thank you very much for being part of the show. Thank you. And I'll speak to you later then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks to Shafoli, who had spent a Sunday with me recording this video. So guys, if there are any more questions which you are interested to know about Canada, you can get in touch with Shafoli on the details mentioned in my video description. And if there are any more questions which we have not yet covered, and if you want me to make more detailed video on Canada, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video till the end, and I'll see you soon with my next video. Till then, keep learning.